Hi, and welcome to this thought-provoking episode of What If? Today we're going to explore an alternate history scenario in which two of the most influential figures of the 20th century never crossed paths. I'm talking about Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X. Muhammad Ali was a legendary boxer known for his activism and political activism, particularly his opposition to the Vietnam War. He was a symbol of black empowerment and a voice for the civil rights movement. Malcolm X was a black nationalist and human rights activist who advocated for the rights of African Americans. He was a prominent figure in the civil rights movement and was known for his strong and passionate speeches. So, what if Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X had never met? How might their lives and careers have been different? And what impact would that have had on the black community and the world? Let's find out. Muhammad Ali was born Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. in 1942 in Louisville, Kentucky. From a young age, he showed an interest in boxing, and by the time he was 18, he had won the gold medal in the light heavyweight division at the 1960 Summer Olympics. In 1964, he became the heavyweight champion of the world, and he quickly became one of the most recognized athletes in the world. But it wasn't just his boxing skills that made him famous. Ali was also known for his political activism and opposition to the Vietnam War. He famously stated that he had no quarrel with those Viet Cong, and refused to be drafted into the military. Ali's stance was a bold move at the time, making him a symbol of black empowerment and a voice for the civil rights movement. He used his platform to speak out against injustice and advocate for African Americans' rights. Malcolm X was born Malcolm Little in 1925 in Omaha, Nebraska. He was a controversial and charismatic figure known for his advocacy for black rights and his criticism of the civil rights movement. After a period of criminal activity and some time in prison, Malcolm converted to Islam and became involved in the Nation of Islam. He became a prominent figure in the civil rights movement and was known for his strong and passionate speeches on the need for black empowerment and the rejection of integration. Malcolm X's views and approach were often seen as more radical than those of other civil rights leaders at the time, but he still had a significant impact on the African American community and the civil rights movement. So, let's imagine a world in which Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X never met. What might have happened? It's difficult to say exactly how the lives of these two individuals and the trajectory of the civil rights movement would have been different if they had never met, but it's clear that their partnership had a profound impact on the world. However, here's some obvious scenarios most likely to happen if their paths had never come across. 1. Muhammad Ali joins the military. In this scenario, Muhammad Ali is drafted into the military and serves in the Vietnam War. This would have likely diminished his impact as a symbol of black empowerment, as his opposition to the war and his stance on social justice issues would not have been as prominent. 2. Malcolm X remains with the Nation of Islam. If Malcolm X had never met Muhammad Ali, he may have never left the Nation of Islam, and his message of black empowerment may have remained limited to that organization. Without the influence of Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X may have continued to preach the message of black nationalism and may not have become as involved in mainstream civil rights activism. 3. Muhammad Ali's conversion to Islam. If Muhammad Ali had never met Malcolm X, he wouldn't have converted to Islam, and the impact of his conversion on the civil rights movement may have been diminished. Muhammad Ali's conversion to Islam was a major turning point in his life and career, and his embrace of the religion helped to bring Islam into the mainstream and challenge negative stereotypes about the religion. 4. Muhammad Ali's activism. Without the influence of Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali may never have become as involved in activism, and his voice may not have been as prominent in the civil rights movement. Muhammad Ali's activism and his outspokenness on political and social justice issues helped bring attention to these issues and inspired many others to speak out. 5. Different trajectory for the civil rights movement. Without the partnership of Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X, the trajectory of the civil rights movement may have been vastly different, and their impact on the African American community may have been diminished. The partnership between Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X was a powerful symbol of black empowerment. Their joint efforts helped bring attention to important issues and inspired others to take action. But nature had different plans, and they met in 1962. Their meeting marked a pivotal moment in both of their lives and had far-reaching impacts on the civil rights movement and the African American community. Here are a few of the key changes and impacts that occurred once these two powerful figures crossed paths. Expansion of Black nationalism. Malcolm X's influence on Muhammad Ali helped to expand the reach of Black nationalism beyond the Nation of Islam. Muhammad Ali's conversion to Islam and his embrace of Black nationalism helped to bring these ideas into the mainstream and challenged negative stereotypes about the religion. Increased activism. Malcolm X's influence on Muhammad Ali also increased the boxer's activism. Muhammad Ali's outspokenness on political and social justice issues and his opposition to the Vietnam War helped bring attention to these issues and inspired many others to speak out. A powerful symbol of Black empowerment. The partnership of Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali was a powerful symbol of Black empowerment. Together, they helped to bring attention to important issues and inspired others to take action. Challenging the status quo. By crossing paths, Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali challenged the status quo and pushed the boundaries of what was acceptable in society. Their partnership helped to break down barriers and pave the way for future generations to continue the fight for social justice. A new era of civil rights. The meeting between Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali marked a turning point in the civil rights movement. Their partnership helped to bring about a new era of activism and empowerment that would inspire future generations to continue the fight for equality and justice. In conclusion, Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X were two of the most influential figures of the 20th century, and their partnership had a profound impact on the civil rights movement and the African American community. Although it's impossible to know for certain what would have happened if they had never met, it's clear that their individual lives and careers would have been vastly different. Their impact on the world serves as a reminder of the power of individuals to shape history and affect change. So, let's take a moment to reflect on the legacy of these two great men and the impact that they had on the world. Thank you for watching this episode of What If? If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content.